What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and today I'm going to be getting a little bit deep with you. I kind of had an idea, and I've been wanting to make a video on this for the past couple of days, but it has to do with the way that social media and streaming and sharing gameplay has become kind of integrated with gaming in a way that's both good to some degree, but is kind of changing the way that people experience games for the most part. So this story all kind of begins last week whenever we had an incredible week of releases. Of course, we did have the Nintendo Switch and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but on top of that, we had Horizon Zero Dawn, which is going to be one of PlayStation 4's best games of 2017, and after playing it for a while, I can definitely confirm it is fantastic. So as a guy that's active on YouTube and active on Twitch and active on Twitter, I felt compelled to share my gameplay and broadcast something out there while I was playing these games, just because it feels like the kind of thing that I do. It's just one of those things that I feel like I should be doing. However, after considering it for a couple of days and really thinking about if I wanted to broadcast this stuff, I chose not to, and for a pretty good reason. These two games are very driven by the narrative and just experiencing the game for what it is, and we're going to start with Horizon Zero Dawn. Guerrilla Games has crafted a beautiful game. They have crafted an incredible story. This is by far the best game that I have played on the PlayStation 4 to date, and I would say on a PlayStation console in my entire life. This is an incredible game. And if I was broadcasting this on Twitch, and this goes for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as well, I would be a different kind of person, because as you can see, I try and enunciate my words very precisely whenever I'm making a YouTube video. I mess up a lot, I have to make double takes and stuff like that, and I do try very hard to present myself in such a way that I wouldn't be embarrassed by myself later. And I try and be entertaining, I try and address the chat, I try and keep up with notifications and followers and all of that good stuff. I try and do all of that whenever I'm streaming on Twitch or on YouTube Gaming, whatever it might be. And that really takes a lot of effort, and it takes my attention away 100% from the game and puts at least some of that towards entertaining an audience, which is what Twitch streaming is really all about. For instance, whenever I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, if I was streaming it and trying to figure out what recipes made what, I would have people in the chat telling me things that worked, and I wouldn't really have to work for it. Or, in another kind of light, I would look like I am total shit at cooking. However, offline, whenever I'm just laying in a beanbag chair playing it on a big screen TV, I can do pretty much whatever I want. I can mix stuff together and make one of those giant piles of shit that no one wants to eat, and I can see that that recipe doesn't necessarily work. And then I can combine things that do work accidentally and find these new recipes, and then I have discovered something that's kind of like a new kind of satisfaction that I wouldn't have gotten if I had been sharing the gameplay at that certain time. And that's just one example of a dozen plus times that that idea has come to me whenever I'm playing both The Legend of Zelda and Horizon Zero Dawn. The same thing happens in that world. So I suppose what I'm trying to say here is that if you broadcast on Twitch, if you make YouTube content, if you play games and you share all of the stuff on Twitter and you try and do these things to entertain people, it's really refreshing to kind of take a step back and just experience the game like you would whenever you were 4, 5, 6, maybe 10, 12, whatever it might have been. As a kid, whenever we didn't care about entertaining people or sharing gameplay or making awesome videos to put out online, that kind of experience is one that I feel is fleeting, but one that is definitely better experienced than just forgotten. I don't know, guys, just a thought for the day. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a like down below. If you are new to the channel, check out some of my other content, because I do upload new stuff throughout the week. And of course, there's going to be a drop tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock if you are into that kind of thing, to see what new video games are coming out this week. But as for right now, I'm going to go play one of these games, depending on which one I feel like playing, probably Horizon at this point. I will talk to you soon. Peace.